Hello guys, welcome back to Gamer GTA with another Phasmophobia video. Now, today, I had to make another video, especially now that it's nighttime. The sun went down like almost 6 o'clock, so I wanted to play Phasmophobia at night because, well, that's when the game gets the most scary, because not only are you playing a scary-ass game, as I've said countless times in my previous videos, uh, you will have known already that this game is very scary. I've told you countless times. And I love this game so far. I've been playing it for measly 5 hours, going on 6. I've only found out one ghost. I've died once. I've been hunted like 3 or 4 times now. And today, my goal for today's video is to not necessarily find out what ghost type we're dealing with, but I'm going to step up, get the bravery and the courage to, instead of go hide from the ghost, to actually loop the ghost instead. Do keep in mind that we will probably die doing this, because most of the ghost types, as you probably know by now, uh, so, as I was going to say before our commander just came into the play, uh, most ghost types will exponentially get faster if they have a line of sight of you. Basically, what this means is if they see you and if they're directly going towards you. If you're looping, I didn't know this, but if you're looping, it will actually slow them down, and as long as they're not directly in front of you and coming towards you, they will not speed up. They only speed up if they are directly coming towards you, and if they're not like, if they're not, if they're not looking directly at you, if they're not coming directly towards you during the hunt. If you can correctly loop it, then it won't actually get faster. And when the hunt ends, it will go back to normal speed. So I figured I'd go ahead and do that and reiterate that because, well, it was the smart thing to do, I hope. So, of course, we're playing on amateur. We do have a 5-minute timer. Basically, we can set up our equipment, find the ghost room, hopefully get the evidence we need, and hopefully we won't get hunted in the process. We have George Alexander, responds to everyone. Okay, so that means we can possibly get a response if it does respond to Spirit Box, because, well, we are technically alone, but it responds to everyone, so yeah, I just hope it's not a shade, because if it's a shade, we're already giving it a huge advantage because it's more likely to strike us. As well as a Banshee, because a Banshee can actually ignore your sanity completely and just come after you, so yeah. This is going to be a tough one, guys. I'm definitely taking UV or EMF. Ugh, I can't speak at all. 3 most important items you want to take right off the bat is thermometer, flashlight, obviously, so you can see, and EMF. Almost instantly, you want to do that. Now, I need to stop checking out. Looks like it's clear, so it's not very windy. Okay, here we go. In we go. The 5 minutes has started. I want to leave the EMF right here. We're going to go get the dots projector, and we'll try to find the ghost room. We'll also get the the photo camera too, or the video camera, so we can actually detect for any ghost orbs. Let's turn the lights on too, so we can. That was the door to my left. We need to get the. We need video camera. Yep. How's my sanity looking? Not too bad. Alright. Continue it. So that being said, I don't think it's a Yuri, but we can't rule that out almost immediately. Hold on. I think we just found the ghost room. We need a photo of that. We need a photo of that for money. Because even if we die, we can get that money. Oh, I didn't get the photo camera. I didn't bring it along. Shoot, man. Is that an optional objective? I didn't even test on my optional objectives. I need to check them real quick. Capture a video of a ghost. So that would be with the video camera. So that could be doable. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. We can do that. Capture 3 unique photos with a photo camera. I cannot do that one. So, photo. We can definitely witness a ghost event. That's the most easiest one out of all of them. But is this the ghost room? I'm curious. Did that light just flicker? That shadow scared me there for a moment. Ghost orb. Ghost orb. We have ghost orbs. We have ghost orb. Ghost orb. That could be a leading hope for Banshee. So we need. Put the video camera down. We can put Dot's projector right there. Turn on. There's also the garage key. We can take it, but I need to know for sure if this is. Well, it is the ghost room, obviously. Okay, let's see if we can get dots. That'd be great. We already have ghost orbs. We need to rule out if it's dots. We have a minute and a half. Let me check my sanity. 98%. I don't think. Wait, is Yuri even? Okay, Yuri is a ghost orb ghost, but is it a dots ghost? It is a dots ghost. Okay. So we need to make sure. So yeah, we just saw the ghost orb. $52 seconds left. So I just saw a ghost orb again. We can probably rule out if it's ghost writing real quick. I'm going to put the book down right there. I don't see any breath, so that could mean that it really isn't a freezing ghost type. So, yeah. We can even see the book from here. I should have placed it closer, but it wasn't in the ghost room. We can see it jump up, I guess, if it writes. And our time just ran out, so... Alright, this is when it starts getting tension. This is when it starts getting really scary because we don't have that setup timer to rely on now to prevent hunts. So we can literally get hunted the moment we walk inside this building now. I'm not seeing any dots. Wait. The lights just flickered over here. The lamp in the corner just flickered. You saw that. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. That gets me curious. Okay, Raiju is an option. Let me. I know Raiju has to do with electronics for a fact. Ghost Orb, EMF level 5, so we can check with the EMF. Weakness, are constantly disrupting electronic equipment when attacking, making it easier to track. Raiju can siphon power from nearby electrical devices, making it easier to move. But the problem is, I'm not seeing dots. So, okay, that is the ghost room, by the way. It has to be, after seeing the ghost door up there. There's dots. There's dots. Great. So, So that leaves us with a Banshee, a Yuri, a Yokai, a Raiju, or a Fae. I've had a Fae kill me before. Maybe we can redeem ourselves this time. That'd be great. For a Fae, let's see. Upon entering, Fae will become active, defensive, and agile. Weaknesses, they will weaken over time, making them weaker, slower, and less aggressive. It wasn't very aggressive when I entered the building, but that doesn't necessarily rule it out, I don't think. Dude, if it's a Banshee again, I'm going to lose my mind. That means if, as soon as I walk in the building, it could literally hunt. I don't think it's freezing temperatures. If it was freezing temperatures, it would be a Yuri. Let me try freezing temperatures. If it's freezing temperatures... Oh man, but this is scary, man. The good thing about the Yuri is that the Yuri doesn't have any abilities to help catch me when it's hunting. We did just have an activity spike to a 7 there. Sanity is still looking pretty good. Breakers in the garage, that's good to know. Sometimes it's in the basement, but it's not in the basement this time. Alright. This is when I have to balls up and go in there. I know my sanity's high, but sometimes I know your sanity can make it to where you're more comfortable going in, but sometimes the ghost can hunt you even earlier. But it's very rare for it to do that. We have yet to actually get a ghost event. That's going to change. I'm almost certain it's going to change. Alright. Let's take a UV. If it is a Banshee, it'll be UV, correct? Let me check this again. Yeah, Banshee is UV. So if it's UV, then it is a Banshee. I don't think it's freezing temperatures, and to be honest, I don't think my sanity should be going down as fast as it should be, so I think we can rule out Yuri, to be honest. Yeah, we can rule out Yuri, because I don't think it's doing much of a sanity drop for it to be a Yuri. So I think we can rule out Yuri. Wait, freezing temps? I just heard footsteps to my left in the bedroom. I just saw it in front of me. I just saw it in front of me. Get out. Get out. It was in its roaming phase. Because it just went to its favorite room, or its ghost room. So it just exited its roaming phase, and at the end of a roaming phase, it could it could initiate a hunt. I dropped the thermometer in there. Okay, it's not a djinn. If it is a Yuri, hypothetically, if it is a Yuri, our sanity would need to be a lot lower than it is right now for it to hunt us. So, we can be in there for quite a while. But if it's a Banshee, then that's a bit of a different story, because a Banshee completely ignores sanity. It can literally hunt you the moment you walk in the building. I've seen it happen before. It just hit the breaker out. It just hit the breaker out. Why, you little... It does not look the light, apparently. So with that being said, I think we can rule out Raiju. I think Raiju's never messed with electronics, especially if it strengthens it. Let me see this again. Hold on. Raiju is a demon that thrives in electrical current, which, while generally calm, they can become agitated when overwhelmed with power. Weakness, constantly blah 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 blah. Okay, so that would be EMF level 5 for Raiju. Sanity is still looking pretty strong. That's good. I took the EMF already in there. I think I left it... I know where I left it. I left it further in. Ugh. The power box is in the garage. Yeah. I just heard footsteps behind me. That probably lowered our sanity, by the way. Don't like the power, do we? I just closed the door. Fingerprints? No. Wait. EMF 2, EMF 2, EMF 2, EMF 2. Alright. So, that being said, I checked the door. I think we can rule out Banshee now, because I didn't see any fingerprints. So, that being said, I think we can rule out Banshee, because I didn't see any fingerprints. And for it to be a Banshee, we would need to have fingerprints. So, let me just make sure real quick. Yeah, not a Banshee. So that leaves us with either a Yokai, a Raiju, or a Fae. If I'm correct on this. Now, what's freezing temperature? A freezing temperature is a Yuri. I'm going to bring Yuri back into the table. I'm still kind of thinking that it is a Yuri just because the freezing temperature. But then again, I don't know. Let me check my sanity. Yeah, we had a slight activity spike there. 92%. I could test if it is a Yuri real quick, just to get it over with. But then again, if it hunts, I'm going to have to be far enough back and go to the kitchen and I have to start looping it if it starts hunting. I mean, that'd be a great learning thing. That would be a great learning because, I mean, looping in Phasmophobia is one of the best things you can do. It's a crucial technique to survive. So, I don't think it's a banshee because we would have saw a fingerprint on the door, and we've already come to the conclusion that it is dots, and that it is not a an obake, which the obake is the only ghost type that can touch something and have a 25% chance of hiding it. So therefore, it's not 100% guaranteed to leave a fingerprint on the door, but still have fingerprints. So it basically hides it from you the first time. But the banshee is 100% guaranteed to be a fingerprint on the door. And the obake also hides it quicker too. So, banshee is completely ruled out. It's not a banshee. Yuri is still a possibility. I need to check real quick my sanity, if I can speak. Okay, so 94. If it is a Yuri, hypothetically, if I stand in front of the door with the lights out, with no equipment in my hand, for a whole minute, my sanity should drain all the way down to about 80%. If it is a Yuri. I'm turning off all of my equipment, by the way. Turning off all my equipment. Let's check it now. That wasn't a minute, but I didn't want to stay there for too long. I didn't feel comfortable enough. I was there for like a good 15 to 10 seconds. There's still a possibility it could be a Yuri, but I'm not positive. I'm not going to leave it out. Yuri is still a possibility. I looked on the thermometer. It was like 32 degrees. Like, it could very well be a freezing ghost, and I'm completely ignoring it. But you can't just determine it by your breath now. That's not how it works. You have to see the thermometer go below the 32 meter degree Fahrenheit mark in order to safely assume that it is a Yuri, which I did not see. Also, I didn't see any writing. I'm gonna check one more time. Maybe I misheard it. EMF2. No ghostwriting. No ghostwriting. Alright. I think we can rule out ghostwriting. So if that is correct, that means we completely ruled out the possibility of it being a fae. So, if it is freezing temperature, that's a Yuri. But a Yuri can only hunt you when you have less than 50% sanity. So, but I'm not sure if it's a Yuri though. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay in the dark for as long as I possibly can. Did you hear that? Sounds like big stomping footsteps. It just shut a door. I can do one final test for a banshee real quick. Because it shut the door. Don't see it. It's very interactive. That scared me. Okay, I thought it was like a big head on the freaking wall. That scared the shit out of me. It opened this by itself, no fingerprints. Alright. That completely rules out it's Banshee. I don't think it's a Banshee. I don't think it's a Fae either, because we would have seen ghost writing quite a bit earlier. Unless we need to turn that light out and give it a couple minutes. So yeah, it's definitely not Banshee. We can rule it out. I can give one final Yuri test to see if it is a Yuri. I'll have to stand in the dark for a good while for me to determine that it is in fact a Yuri, which scares me. But I have no choice. Let's check it now. Again, I don't feel comfortable like staying there for like no longer than 10 seconds because, you know, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. 86%. That was like a, what, like 7% drop, and I wasn't even there for like 15 seconds. I don't have any smudge sticks, so I can't smudge the Yuri either. A Yuri is freezing temperatures, and I need to look at the thermometer one final time to give it one final judgment. I can't be sure enough. Hello, ghosty mine. Oh yeah, hi. Okay, I'm just gonna rule that it's it's freezing. I know. Okay, sorry for the interruption, guys. So, I think we're going to go ahead and just gun it and just say that it's freezing temperatures and that it's just a Yuri. I'm gonna be really upset if it's wrong, but based on my evidence and based on the facts. What's yokai? Hold on. Just a quick. It'll be Spirit Box. This is a dumb idea for the yokai. Just saying.
A tragic death.
Tragic death. Alright. So. Thank you, my good sir. I appreciate you for being so dang kind for me. that was what I like to call epic right there. Amazing. And we just got sound recorder, and we just got both farmhouse maps. Well, that was very epic. I only lost 13% sanity, too. We didn't even get hunted. We didn't even get any events. Wow. And the bone was in there, and this entire time I didn't even see it. That's sad.